G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to pouring your heart out. Now I'm going to do a 3D bloom for you in my new mold. Do you remember my poinsettia coaster mold? Love it. This is the small poinsettia tray. So I'll get started. Now because it's so cold, it's winter here in Australia. So my resin that I really love to do blooms, the platinum art coat, it's getting really thick because of the cold weather. The resin is already thick, but it's getting thicker. You know, like cold honey, it's so thick, it does not want to move. It does not want to bloom. So being so cold like this, I have decided to go back to my Platinum 360 Plus because it's a thinner resin to start with. So I have just taken its temperature with my little thermometer and it got to 40 degrees. So I decanted it and I've popped 30 grams in there for my white. And that's all I've done so far. So yeah, hopefully it will work, because just the last few times that I've been doing the blooms, I thought, oh, they're just not working the way they used to. And the only thing I can put it down to is that it's just so much colder in here in the studio. And the resin's thick, it's sluggish, it doesn't want to move. And of course, then if your resin doesn't move from the outside in, your white's not going to bloom. So that's the science behind it. Now let me just go around the edges here real gently and pop some bubbles. All right, so that was 25 minutes. I'm just going to write this down. Right, 25 minutes it took to get to 40 degrees in today's weather. When I was doing it in summer, it was only like 15 minutes and it was already at 40 degrees. So I'm going to do some blues today. I've got the sapphire blue from Let's Resin and I'm going to put that in the center. Got a couple of drops there. I may add some more. And then we've got the turquoise from Ranger. And that can go around here. Now, when you're putting your ink in, just try not to do too much ink. Less is more. You want to be able to see your petals, your white through your colour. I see some people, and they put so much colour in. It just kind of overwhelms. You can see how the drops have spread, so try to not put too many in. So it's dark in the middle and it's getting lighter. This one is Aqua, also by Ranger. So we'll see how that goes. Right, now my white, I'm not going to put alcohol ink in today, you guys, just to see what happens. I've got 30 grams in there, 1 ounce. And let's do 3 drops and I'll just see what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, because the alcohol ink, the Pinata alcohol ink, is still quite a dense opaque ink, and it's going to make your white even more opaque. So even though the alcohol side of it makes things spread, I'm just going to see just what it looks like with just the 3 drops and no alcohol ink. And I'm also just going to use my stick to draw the petals, I think. So you can, I don't know, can you see? It's really quite translucent, transparent. It might be too transparent. If there's a hair or something in that, get out. Oh, now what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's just try it, hey? We'll just try it. We'll try it. Okay, so now basically that's just going to sit there for a little while longer until this white resin comes back up to 40 degrees, because when it was in the deep cup, it gets hot quite quickly, but then when you decant it and it's shallow again, it starts cooling down. So I'll come back to you when this has come back up to 40 degrees, and then we'll pipe. See, it's got a beautiful, just a pale aqua colour around the outside. And then I can go ahead and back it with something a little bit darker, you see. Whereas if you make your ink so dark, you can't see your petals through it, and then it's pointless putting a backing on it too. So less is more when it comes to this. See you in a few minutes. Right, so that took only 10 minutes from the time I decanted to get back up to the 40 degrees. So let's start, hey? I haven't done this for so long, you guys, with the stick. I've got some paper towel wrapped around my little paper cup so that it doesn't, well, hopefully won't drip too much. I'm going to start at the outside here. So it's just so that I can, my outside will be kind of whitish. So my stick is kind of going into the resin a little bit. It's hard not to, but I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just sort of putting it on top. It is going into the resin a little bit. It is very transparent. Hopefully it'll still look all right. So yeah, doing the outside first, just with petals, just so that my outer petals will be white, because I really do like the outer petals to be white. There's something in here. Oh gosh, like hair or something stuck to it. That's better. Oh my god, I was wondering why I couldn't draw petals properly. There's like a hair stuck to the stick. All right, now second layer. Hopefully that outer layer is not going to look too weird. I just could not do it. The little hair stuck to it. So basically I'm wiping the bottom, and then what's on the top I'm just kind of letting flow down, and I'm drawing my petal with that. And around again. I do like this technique, like with the stick, because you get a really sort of more 3D look, because where you start it's thicker and then it kind of thins out as you drag your stick through. So you get a different look than just what you would get from a piping bag. So obviously I didn't need quite so much. I might do some more up here. Because I didn't do very well with those ones, and it has pulled in a little bit, so I can add a bit more. You don't have to sort of follow the shape of your mold. You can do whatever you like. Okay, I think that's about it. I feel like as if I want to put more on, because I've got some left. Probably shouldn't. All right, now I'm just going to, oh gosh, look at the mess I've made. It's drippy, isn't it? I'm just going to go through with my little stick, my silicone brush, and break up any kind of blobs that I can see. There's not many. Hopefully this will work. Gosh, it's been so long since I've used the 360 plus and done the technique with the little stick, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Resin's such a finicky thing, you know, when it comes to temperature. what you can do one month and you try to do the next month the same thing and it just doesn't work. It can be very frustrating. It can. Now keep the alcohol right away. Don't spray any alcohol on it. When the alcohol hits the surface, it does that. You know when you throw a rock into water, it hits it and it goes ripple, 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 ripple. The alcohol seems to do that as well, and it pushes your blooms all out of whack, and it's not good. Not good at all. I'll give it another little torch. I'm going to go in and put a few more in, I think. Why not? Not sort of following any pattern. I'm just adding more where I think there might be a little gap. Hopefully it'll bloom. Hopefully it'll look pretty. Okay, I think that's about enough. Oops, I'm dripping. It does catch down the side, but it still drips a little bit. All right, I don't think I can add any more, really. She says as she adds another one. All right, any more big blobs? No, we'll just leave it. Last little torch. Okay, so that is all I am going to do for now. Oh, I haven't done my swirl yet. Haven't done my swirl yet. I forgot to my swirl. All right, I'm going to use the stick because it's nice and big. I think you get a better swirl when you get a bigger stick. No, all right, I'll start in the middle. I'll go out. It's going to kind of swirl that blue around and then come back into the middle. All right, there we go. Okay, that's it. Hopefully it'll work. It's always nerve-wracking. All right, let's get you down and see if it has started to bloom yet. Come down. I don't know what focus I was on then. Never mind. All right, let's have a little look. It's been so long since I've did it. I'm not that confident in myself. All right, well, we need to just wait because it can take a while, you know, for it to start blooming and start moving and all that. So we'll just be patient. So I will see you a bit later on today, probably. And see if it's worked. We'll do a top coat. All right, see you soon. So it's been just a few minutes and the outside's blooming really nicely, but the inside isn't doing as well as it should. Now I'm going to try something to see if I can get that center moving a little bit more. I have done this before and it's worked well, so I'll try again and I'll show you. I've just got an empty little cup. I've got a syringe. I'm going to pop it in there and I'm going to suck that center out like so, and by doing that I'm encouraging that resin to move. So just squirt that in there. I'm going to do it again. Try and encourage that resin to move. Squirt that out. A noise. Alright, so that's what I've got out. Now I am just going to pop another little drop of blue on the center there. And I'm going to give that a little swirl. Like so. and we'll see how that goes. Now, you can either, you know, throw your syringe out, or you can put some alcohol in your cup and then just suck it up, squirt it out, suck it up, squirt it out, suck it up, squirt it out until your syringe is clean, which is what I'm going to do because I don't have a lot of those. All right, so that is what I'm going to do. Give that another little torch. Yeah, so we'll just see what happens, because I know a lot of people struggle with their centers. Smaller pieces tend to work better, but the bigger pieces, they tend to bloom on the outside because there's a lot of movement, and then you don't get much movement in that center bit. So we'll see if this works. As I said, I've done it before and it's worked for me, but I just thought I might share it with you. So we shall see if it works, all right? Little trick for you guys, only because I love you all so much. See you soon. Right, it's been a few hours and I thought I would go with this gorgeous, gorgeous electric blue colour. It matches the centre really well. So that's the colour I've picked up just to enhance the whole thing. It is this little piggy. Sapphire is the name. So I poured that in. It's the Platinum 360 Plus, and I mixed up 75 grams of A and 32 grams of B. So let's just pour that in. Should be a good amount. I just thought, yeah, it looks as if I need about a half a cup. Don't you reckon? About half a cup. I thought would be good. Look at that. So we'll probably get, you know, that nice pattern where the resin all pulls from the outside and it gets like lines through it. I'm just wondering if it's going to, you know, do anything like that. Now it is a good option to put your mica powder in first and then put the resin on top and stir it. That way it doesn't fly up everywhere, but I just sort of mixed it in the cup that I'd mixed my resin in. So I just had to be careful and mix it really, really carefully, mix it really well so that, you know, it is all mixed in properly. Otherwise you see like little bits of powder and that's not nice. Now you can see already how the edges are changing, how that resin is moving. So I guess it gives you also a kind of an idea of why the blooms do what they do and bloom. You can see the resin pulling from the outside in. Take you down and have a better look at it. See the edges there? See how they're doing that already? It doesn't take long at all. So that whole area should pull in nicely and have a nice sort of smooth finish, I think. We'll wait and see. All right, so that will be ready to unmold in the morning. So I'm very excited. I'll see you then. So it's the next day, and you can see what I was telling you about, how that all ran into the center. Doesn't that look really pretty? And it's got these darker lines here where these little areas sort of come down. It's so cute. All right, enough of that. Let's have a look at the other side, shall we? All right, this is the exciting part, isn't it? Sure is. Round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. A little bit of overflow in a couple of areas. Oh, not really. Just let me just grab that little section there. Right, I think that's everything now. I've done everything. It doesn't want to let go. All right, here we go. Suctioned in well. Let's pop that over there. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm nervous, you guys. What if it doesn't work? All right, let's have a look. Oh, it has worked. It's worked, it's worked, it's worked. Oh, so pretty. Wow. That blue in the center is almost the same color, isn't it, as that? Can't see a lot of color in there. You can see a little bit of that sort of pale aqua. Wow. And I thought it was going to be like too transparent for that white. Oh, it's so pretty. What do you think? Coming for a close-up look, hey? And my swirl worked. See, just sucking that little bit out in the middle, it really helps, like if you're struggling. But I'm not sure why it didn't. I'll have to experiment again because of the temperature in the room. I know, it's a pain, isn't it? I should just move on to something else. Oh, that's really pretty. I'm glad it's worked. Now, you could, if you wanted to, edge that with some silver. I think silver would look nice. Where's my silver pen? I'm going to give it a good shake until you can hear that little ball bearing moving around in there. Really like my center. And for once, the center's actually in the center. All right, so what I thought I would do is, I'm not going to do the whole side at the moment. I'm just going to do this little top edge here, just to give it a little bit of a, whoops, a little bit of a hint of silver around the edge there. But of course you can put as much or as little of silver on as you like. You don't have to put any on at all. It's tricky doing this out here. It's easier when I can hold it properly and I can do it the way I would normally do instead of in front of the camera. Oops. All right, but anyway, as you can see, I'm just going to go around. I'm trying to get, this has lost its point on the end. I'm going to try and sort of put half of it, half of the nib on and half of it off. No, that doesn't work either. Because it's kind of gone rounded instead of, it's lost its square edge. So it's not quite as easy. I will persist though. So anyway, I won't bore you with me doing the whole thing. But yeah, I'm just going to go around, do that, and I think it just finishes it off nicely, doesn't it? It does. But of course, you don't have to do that. So there we go. Hope you've enjoyed that little video and hope my little tip has helped you if you've been struggling with centers. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to finish this. I'll take some photos of it and I will definitely see you again for the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.